we become who we associate with.
Okay. All right. So we got to interact with others. All right. That's a part of what? Recovery. Who isolate?
Me.
Right there. That's the opposite right there. Is that good? Is that healthy?
Sometimes,
dangerous?
sometimes it's for the best.
Solitude and isolation. That's not a word.
There's two different things.
Solitude is me time.
Yeah.
The unit is crazy. I'm gonna go to my room.
Yeah.
Solitude. Everybody hear that? Me time. I'm Muslim. I'm on my day. I'm praying. I'm reading. I'm studying. I'm exercising. Right? I'm meditating. I'm writing in my journal. I'm doing step work, etc., etc. That's solitude. That's me time. That's peace time. Then I get back with what? The family. Isolationists is forever by themselves.
They don't want nobody to know what's going on upstairs. So you stay by yourself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's a word called intimation. So intimation is like the effect of something. So the disease of addiction is antisocial. Recovery is social. God worked through people. So I got to learn to socialize with people. I got to learn to hug. I never like hugging people and all that kind of stuff. I was like, what you give me a cigarette for? I don't want no coffee. Just sign my paper. That's how it was. But I had to become social. You know what I mean? I was very antisocial. So I realized that wasn't nothing but mass. You understand what I'm saying? I wanted to shit, I'm going to protect myself from people.
Okay, interacting with people, y'all. They do number check-ins at Kirkbride. How you feel today, Mr. Hayes?
I'm number 22. From 1 to 10, Mr. Hayes. 1 to 10.
Because if the numbers are real high, guess what? Nobody mess with them. They will what? They will celebrate them.
Right.
But if the numbers are low, like a 1 or a 2, then everybody's in his face.
Want to give you a hug.
Right. Now they want to
brother?
interact with him because he might be suicidal. We don't know that. You know what I'm saying? He might want to hurt one of us. We don't know that. So we got to interact with him to find out where he's really at, emotionally, mentally, psychologically, and spiritually. Very important. Who take meds in here? Okay. What happens if you don't take your meds? What happens if you miss your meds? Anybody go crazy? Anybody psychosis could get crazy when you miss your meds?
It's different.
Okay, say hide the knives.
Tell it to my Bloody Mary. They had this month. We was in one.
Advanced recovery house. We had I boxed up all the knives because somebody went nuts.
You hear that? It's real.
Somebody had a knife.
It's real. A roommate. Who heard about women on Erie? Broad and Erie. It was a shelter, but for women, we used to do groups back there, like 2014, right? And the girl her roommate was real. She was flamboyant.
Had the radio loud. Turn it down for what? The girl was like, I'm trying to sleep. For real.
So she said, okay, listen, let's go outside.
We can handle it then.
The quiet one. Walked downstairs, took our time getting there. The loud one out there boxing.
Stretch box.
One hit, she was out.
She got
The quiet one come down the steps. Listen, go around behind the house and pull a gun out.
Right.
And shoot the girl like 5 times. All up in the hands and all that. Didn't kill her, but she shot her. You heard what she said? The recovery program, she was that they had to hide up the knives because somebody went crazy. You never know where people are at. That's why some people don't know how to stop playing.
And she walked away. She ain't run.
She didn't run. She walked away quietly. That's why you got to listen. Don't play with people. Everybody, I don't play with people. Don't disrespect people. None of that.
Don't take advantage of them either. Like,
Yes.
You can't expect to keep asking people for stuff and then.
Right.
It's not even that if they're shouting like some crazy shit, you just let them go.
That's real, right? You don't know what animal is in there.
Hey, guess what? People always think they the toughest. The toughest.
Right.
People always think they tough. I'm this and that until they run into a real person.
Yeah.
And a lot of times when I was going to work at Gratisford, I talked to a young boy. I said, yo, because I don't know if y'all know about Gratisford. Gratisford would be a rough stop. So, young boy said, leave the people alone that's real quiet. And they got a lot on their mind. Right? They got a lot on their mind. A lot of times people will explode on people. And it ain't got nothing to do with you, but something going on with them. And they'll explode. So that's why part of our recovery is always learning how to talk about what's going on with you.
Yeah.
Right?
Interacting with others versus what? Isolation. Let's go here. Let's go further. How about being humble and being arrogant?
Oh, I can smell arrogance.
Yes.
Being humble versus what? Being
I
arrogant.
got all the answers.
Come on.
I used to be arrogant. Like I thought I knew it all and been there, done that, and I just found like that was just a facade because I was so broken and hurt inside, but I didn't want to realize it to myself, so I became snotty and arrogant, and then once I got on drugs and went to rehab and became really broken and let myself be vulnerable with a group of women, I like myself now.
Awesome.
Because I'm humble.
Very
Because I'll
good.
say,
There you go.
yeah, I did that. I was there. I showed up at Kirkbride with one shoe, like, and I can say that. Before, no, everything was totally perfect. I got my drugs from CVS. But, you know what I mean? And I couldn't get a day, like, outside the rehab or even in the rehab.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
that's what's up.
Hey,
Man,
we'll
go fool, sis.
We'll tell you this too. There's different types of arrogance and stuff we call pride, right? Pride, the primary reason I got early,
Yeah.
right? And as you come into the fellowship strength is its diversity, right? But when people coming, we coming from different sections and all that kind of stuff. You got people that don't like women. You got people that don't like men. You got people that's racist and all that. All these barriers, these are what they call artificial barriers. But when we in the crack house, everybody in there, guess what we do?
Everyone there.
Oh, you got the toy, you got the matches, everybody a team effort to kill ourselves. But then, once we shake it off, right? I'm trying to tell you something. That is called BS. Some people say bullshit. I'm talking about belief system. You have to change your belief system because racism, classism, sexism, these things will harpoon your recovery. Because guess what? The message that you might need might be from the very antithesis of what you is.
Yeah.
I gotta sit here and listen to this lady. I gotta hear and listen to this dude. What that got to do with active addiction? Because active addiction don't care about nobody, doesn't respect title. You understand? Whatever's bad for you, it could get worse. Y'all know that?
Yes.
It can get worse. I don't know if anybody ever ate out of trash can.
Yeah.
Anybody had to prostitute. We got dudes up one time I was at this meeting night, dude was like, I had to suck a man's penis in order to keep on using. I said, I'm in the wrong meeting. What meeting is this? But what I had to understand, but I had to empathize with him because he did something he didn't want to do. And that is the very key and power in active addiction. It will transform you into somebody you don't even recognize.
All right, go fool right there. All right. How about taking ownership versus what? Making excuses. 11 minutes, hold tight, y'all. Taking ownership versus what? Making excuses.
What do you mean?
How does taking ownership plays a part in recovery? Taking ownership.
I had to realize that my mistakes were part of my process. And not keep letting
I like
them
that.
eat away at myself.
I like
good.
that. Mistakes are part of the process.
Very good. Taking ownership. Anybody else? Taking
It's like
ownership.
a lot of addicts believe what they're saying. Like, oh,
Yes.
this happened. But now, like, I'm clean. I can tell right away. Like, you're making excuses. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Right,
But
right.
it's funny because you can be like, oh, she's fucking lying. You know what I mean? Because you're so used to bullshitting people too.
Right, exactly.
I realized that.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I realized that everything that I did before, like every mistake or every wrong that I did, there was a lesson to be learned.
Yes.
Like I used to get angry at like everyone I used to do things, or I used to be like in denial or whatever, or I used to not want to look at what I did wrong or what happened bad or whatever.
I ain't
But
got
I
no
realized
part.
that there was a lesson to be learned there.
That's right.
Like, as long as I learned a lesson, I won't make that same mistake again, and then I've grown, I've matured, and then I can get past it and move on in my life,
That's
and
right.
then just let it go.
Mm-hmm. I like that.
With no excuses.
With no excuses.
That's right.
And then I just own my own truth, and there you go. Can't nobody
right.
hold nothing over my head.
That's right.
If somebody told me this, man, they said excuses only serve those who use them.
Who in here talk about you leaving every day, but you still here? I'm leaving every day.
I'm tired of this place. Eat steak and eggs for breakfast. I'm tired of this.
And then you might hear a staff member hear you complaining all day. They'll say, well, leave.
Yes.
Here's some trash bags.
Then you make every excuse to what? Not leave.
Yeah.
Anybody hear that?
Yeah.
Now you want to get humble. Yes, when you're threatened to get what? Put out of here.
I think I'm ready to leave in a positive way. Though.
Yeah,
Yeah, I just say
well,
yeah,
the
this
right
situation's
way,
different.
not the
Yeah.
wrong way.
This situation's different, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I've had my time here.
Right. How about the women? Nobody came for you. They got a Mercy Hospice drug mobile that ride around North Philly and South Philly and people and K&A and pick drug addicts up.
Come on down to Mercy Hospice. this burger's for you.
Like chicken and peas. Like they be around like chicken peas and all that. Listen, we come here for help. And we tell help out of what?
Help us.
Help us. Get cocky, get knocked out like Rocky. Back to arrogance. Back to arrogance. Back to arrogance. Making excuses, right?
Mm-hmm.
Rationalizing. Who try to make sense out of nonsense?
Mm.
I done that.
I done that.
I done
It
that.
makes sense too.
Try to make sense
Yeah.
out of nonsense.
See what had happened was with the rent money.
Good example. Who had money on us, but you didn't fill them out?
You don't want to throw
Yeah, I put my hand up on that.
Oh, I'll tell y'all this.
Yeah, I might need it.
You know, like I was in an apartment back in the day. I was like this, right? And I remember I was struggling with using, not using. Well, some days I'll be good, some days I, so I had the money and I said, listen, let me just pay the rent real quick, get it out the way. So I put it in the envelope, and I slid under the door. Then I stood up and looked, and it was a sign that says, don't pay rent this month, pay next month.
I would
So
die.
I'm trying to get this job. And the lady down there in the other apartment, she looked at, I was like, them. I almost had it. I said,
I would have got a ruler.
just let me go.
Right, I
Just let it go, let
put
it
some
go.
tape on the end of it, right?
I see that these are ideas I couldn't use them. So I just surrendered, right? I said, well, at least I paid, you know what I mean? And then when the landlord came around, he said, where's the rent money? I was like, that broad. She got me. She was shocking and like,
Taking ownership, y'all.
Mhm.
Versus what?
That's right.
Making excuses. All right. How about this right here? Who should talk to their crack pipes?
Wow.
I used to cuss my crack pipes out. Then I'll throw it.
Yes, I've done that.
Then it like ricochet off of 80 trees.
And I break.
Then I go looking for it. Then I go looking for it.
Oh my
No, who want to go back to that lifestyle, man?
Yes.
Especially when the pipe start talking back to you.
Oh yeah.
You know, I was kind of low last night. I really don't like being low. Don't worry about it. I'll fix that.
Who drinking? Where the serious drinkers at? Serious. Y'all watch football? Ladies watch football? The alcohol commercials, did they bother you?
They do.
Anybody hear that? For those who
They
drink.
do.
Alcohol commercials.
Them big
Alcohol is
commercials.
legal, but it's killing. It's
Yeah.
dangerous.
It be all, you see the sweat
Red,
on the
red coming down
can.
the glass, and that's
This
exactly
one's
what
for
I'm
you.
about to say too. It does. It'll get to me sometimes.
Right or down. Right or down. What happened? They had dope commercials on TV when dope is
Right.
illegal.
More news at
That's a commercial. Lord have mercy. Let's keep moving. Now you know what alcoholics go through.
Yeah.
What alcoholics go through. Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. Hey, moderation versus what? Excess. In moderation versus what? Excess. Anybody speak on that? In moderation. Who working on it and they wait? When they wait. Sugar. Who got close diabetic? You might be diabetic or close diabetic.
Are you guys eating salads and y'all eat salads in here?
Yeah, with a whole bunch of dressing and cheese on it.
We wanna
In moderation.
yes, when you come into your you know when you go to the rehab or something or to the hospital and you say, oh, I had too much drugs, we go to detox and they take your blood and they say you have a chemical dependency. They don't even say drug, cocaine or anything like chemical dependency.
Right.
So actually your nutrition is the chemicals you can do to regulate your body. Because when you taking methadone and all that, your body, the reason why people nod and all this and that, it's hard for the body to process it. So you got to drink water, you got to walk, exercise, you know, eat some salad at least 3 times a week.
I'm addicted to chocolate now, and I'm not getting high. And it's
Yeah.
raised my sugar.
It is the same
I'm
receptors.
sleeping because I'm
The
tired of
receptors.
sugar.
The body still craves that kind of junk rush. You know what I mean? It look for any type of rush.
She says she thinking of chocolate.
But did y'all know that if you exercise, you know if you exercise, after you exercise, you know what happens? You get a natural rush. You feel good.
Endorphins.
Yeah, that's why it's important to get into your health while you're here.
Moderation, y'all, versus what? Excess.
Excess.
All right? It's all about balance. Too much of a good thing could be what? It can be bad. All right? How about composure versus angry? Who can hold their composure?
I can hold my composure.
Is that important? Come on. Wow.
Yes, it's very important because you don't want to explode. Yeah.
Okay.
Especially that's so hard to get.
Somebody take out your character. Very good.
Right.
But how about, do you suppress your anger?
No, I
You do?
Yeah, I just deal with mine. I deal with the situation in hand and
I suppress.
That's very helpful.
Okay.
I'm unhealthy.
Alright. So like she said, if you don't have a way of outlet, you will suppress.
Yes.
Then we wind up exploding.
I punch my pillow a lot.
You know, actually, that's a therapy, like a relationship therapy. The guy, he'll give you this foam or some pillows, and they hit each other with each other, and it relieves.
It releases stuff.
Yeah.
I used to make my
Release some
son scream in the pillow to let it all out.
Yeah.
Or the rock 'em sock 'em things.
Oh.
Yeah.
I gotta tell y'all, when I was a kid, kids didn't scream in the house.
Right.
It was like, yo, my mom was the first one to beat us like the Matrix. When she come up there with that extension cord, it be slow motion, I be ducking it.
Right.
And then it hit you, then it turned white, then it started bleeding. You said, she's trying to kill me. We wasn't hollering back then, boy. It was, you took a risk.
If she pissed me off on Monday, I held it. I didn't deal with it. I didn't tell her how it made me feel. I held her anger. I allow her to make me angry.
Yeah.
I suppressed that on Monday. She gets at me and she pissed me off. I allow her to make me angry on Tuesday. I allow her to make me angry on what? Wednesday. On Thursday, this whole Mercy Hospice catch hell. But it's not. And y'all didn't do nothing to me. It was Monday, it was Tuesday, and it was what? Wednesday. There was what? Unaddressed. So I suppressed it, and get what? Everybody caught what? 3 days of anger. That's right, exactly.
Misdirection.
Yes, misdirection. So it's good. So when you see us get angry, start to what? Let it out. All right? Instead of holding. Let's do one more, we done. One more is done. Come on, Rob, pick one. One more, we're done.
What's that?
Hey, look
I
at
didn't
it.
see it with that. Maintaining what?
Healthy relationships. Uh-oh. Versus what? In unhealthy relationships.
Do we know what a healthy relationship looks like?
Yeah.
Huh? You know what it looks like?
Apologize for your mistakes.
On TV.
What you say?
Like the Huxtables.
Apologize for my mistakes.
Apologize for your mistakes.
Attitude.
Very good. Very good.
Oh, yeah.
But let me ask you this. One addict ain't working on nothing, plus another addict ain't working on nothing equals what?
A bag of dope.
A strip of perks. So the best relationship is for who, y'all?
Teeth being pulled for $20.
Teeth being pulled for $20. So relationship. So listen, if I'm unhealthy and I'm not working on myself trying to get healthy, I can run from myself and hide behind who? Somebody else. Everybody hear that?
You know, my man told me a long time ago.
In effect,
he said, when you're fixing a car, you can't fix a car while driving down the street. You got to stop the car, you got to put it in the garage, you got to put it on the lift, and then you got to get under the car to do that work. So if you don't do the work, you're not going to have the benefits. You're just going to have a pretty car that can't go nowhere.
So step work is very important for what? For a beautiful, healthy individual.
And remember this, in the good book, I don't think it was in Job, right? God had it wasn't a convention, but all the angels was there. And guess who showed up? The devil. And God said to the devil, he said, where you coming from? He said, to and from the earth. So I want you to understand.
Back and forth.
Back and forth. So I want you to understand, even though you're in a safe place, the devil still might come through. He might come through personality, through actions and all that. Do not feed into the negativity.
Real quick, boredom and idle time. Anybody bored?
Yes.
Boredom and idle time. Thank you. BH10. You heard of them? BH/10. That's where Logisticare is at. It's on the 8th floor. On your phone, you can Google it. And they will give you a schedule of all December, all the classes. January, same thing. February, the same thing. And you can just hit the link, and sign up for the class. All classes no more than what? 2 hours. And when you take the class, you get a certificate. And with that certification, guess what? It qualifies and it holds weight.
It can get
And
you
it
in
look good.
facilities.
And it look good on your resume.
Yeah.
Everybody hear that? So that's BH/10 to help kill boredom.
It's
Guys,
still called Logisticare, it's called Motive Care now. I think it's called
Okay.
Motive Care now.
Okay,
So
Motive
we're
Care.
checking it.
anybody looking for a job?
BH/10.
Anybody looking for a job?
It's behavior health something. Alright.
We got a job fair at the Met. I'm trying to get it up. So the job fair at the Met. They hiring at the Met to work at the Met, housekeeping, security, and so forth like that. Yep, the 6th. It's the 6th. So I have the I got the flyer.
You got anything else for them?
I wanted to give. I send it to you.
Who got men in their lives? Brothers, uncles. They need jobs.
That's
The sons?
yeah.
Okay, they work. Tell them about JBS. That's a smart house.
JBS, 1950, it starts to 24.
JPS.
JBS.
UPS
And
is
SEPTA.
hiring too.
Who?
UPS.
UPS.
My son works there.
Okay.
Because accepted.
SEPTA takes you out there. Sour to PA. Alright, so they can get out there. Tell them about a twit card. TWIC.
Yeah, I know.
Longshoreman.
Yeah, okay.
Right. Okay. Delaware, Philadelphia, and Pennsylvania. Who else? Oh, not labor ready, but people ready.
People ready.
People ready to put up on your phone, and they show you how much they get paid per job assignment, how many hours, what days, and you can pick the days you
That you
want.
want to do.
It's called
Okay.
people ready. Right?
It's only for men.
Men and women. Men and women.
People ready.
People ready. You can Google that on your phone right there. All right. Last one, Horizon House. 60th and what? Walnut. Who got a license? You can drive their vehicles. You can drive their vehicles. Pick up their clients.
Yeah.
And take them out, bring them home, and get punch out and get a check. That's called Horizon. And he help you with housing.
And McKnight told you about SEPTA's hiring, and especially in they hire for drivers. They'll teach you how to be a driver, and they also hire in the maintenance department, trash department.
Hey, right around the corner. They hire for part-time and full-time preps.
At the
What's the
corner,
store on the corner here?
Oh, the Deli J's.
Yeah, they hire
Yeah, they already got somebody. I already checked.
Oh yeah? Okay. All right, ladies, we love y'all.